Okay, so here are a few supplemental homework problems in section 8.8 in the textbook, homework-wise. So 14 and 16 are the same problem, so that's why I'm just going to do them all at one, just do them on the same slide. Um, but we're writing equations in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay, so the first one is just they flat out give us the slope and the y-intercept. So for number 14, y equals, where the slope is, times x, so it's 3 times x, plus whatever the y-intercept is. Well, the y-intercept is 2, so y equals simply 3x plus 2. For 16, same exact process. Y equals the slope, which is 0, times x plus the y-intercept, which is 1. So 0x plus 1. Now what some textbooks will do, or what you'll do in Algebra 1 at least, is you won't leave it as 0x plus 1. Since 0 times x is 0, and then 0 plus 1 is 1, you'll just simply say y equals 1. Okay, so there we are, writing equations given the slope and the y-intercept. The next type of problem is you're given a graph. Okay, so find the equation of a line given a graph. Well, the nice thing is, on a graph, you can find the slope and the y-intercept by the graph. Now, the y-intercept is the easiest part to find because it's right where you cross the y-intercept at. Okay. Or the y-axis at, excuse me. There's the y-intercept. So that's at negative 1, 2, 3, so b equals negative 3. Now, as far as slope is concerned, you could find 2 points and then do the subtract them and go a slope that way. Or you could just simply go, how do I get from one point to another? That's a corner lattice point. Well, I start here and I go up 1, right 1. Up 1, right 1. So slope is up 1, right 1. Those are both positive directions, which is 1. So the equation of the line in y equals mx plus b form is y equals 1 times x plus b, which is, negative 3. Ignore that. Y equals 1 times x minus 3, which will normally be written as y equals x minus 3. That's its equation. Now, the last couple examples I'm going to look at are 28 and 32, and they're really the exact same problem as well, just different values. Okay. Now, this is the harder process to do because you're lacking a lot of information. You don't have the slope or the y-intercept. And you also don't have the graph. Now, you could graph and look at this, but that's not the spirit of what we're meant to do here. So in class, we talked about this. The first thing you have to do is find slope. Okay. So the slope is going to be y minus y over x minus x. So it's 2 over 2, which is 1. So we have a line now that says y equals 1 times x, but we don't know what b is. Now here's the tricky part. Your next step is to choose a point to solve for b. Okay. Now there's no wrong choice, so I'm just going to choose the first one because it's the first one I see. So I'm going to use the point 1, 2. And so here's what I know. This is an x, this is a y. So the y is equal to 2, which equals the slope times the x, which is 1, plus b, which I don't know. And that gives me 2 equals 1 plus b. So to solve for b, just subtract 1. There's the b value. So I now have my b. I have my slope. Here's b. Here's slope. So the equation of the line is y equals 1 times x plus 1, or simply y equals x plus 1. Okay. And then last but not least, number 32. Okay. Same thing. First, find slope. Okay, find slope, which is m, so y minus y, negative 10 minus negative 4, over x minus x, which is 8 minus 4. So that gives me then negative 10 plus 4, which is negative 6, 8 minus 4, which is 2, or sorry, which is 4, excuse me, 4, which negative 6 over 4 is negative 3 halves. Okay. So I know the line is y equals negative 3 halves x plus something. I don't know what that plus something is yet. I'll come back to that. So next, choose a point to find b. Well, again, it doesn't matter which point you choose, so might as well use the first one you see. So negative 4, 4, or sorry, 4, negative 4. And remember, this is an x. This is a y. And we have a slope. Okay. So we'll plug it into slope-intercept form. So y equals m times x plus b. So y equals m times x plus b. Now I know it's kind of sloppy here, but I have to do negative 3 halves times 4 over 1. Well, that cancels to be 2 and 1, so it's negative 6. Okay. So negative 4 equals negative 6 plus b. Add a positive 6. 2 equals b. So there's b. There's m. Here's y equals mx plus b. Okay. And that really is most of the homework for section 8.8. Yeah.